Vanakkam, Namaste, and very good evening to everyone. I'm Dilshad Siddiqa from Dehiwala, Western Province, Sri Lanka. I'm a subject teacher of Naja International School, Mount Lavinia. So today I am very grateful to be the host on behalf of the International Association for Quality Education. The International Association for Quality Education is a non-profit international organization working with educators across the global society to enhance the quality of education and contribute to achieve the sustainable development goals. The international project for capacity development in education has been implemented along with the International Conference Series on Quality Education. This international project serves as a platform for educational professionals to share the best practices, research findings, and competencies with all stakeholders in the field of education. Additionally, the platform acts as a virtual learning space for young educators to gain new knowledge and grow as professionals in the educational sector. Special speaker with us, he is Dr. Sudhakar Umali from India. Namaste, Dr. Sudhakar.
Namaste,
we are very
namaste.
honored to have you with us. So, Dr. Sudhakar, yes, I would like to introduce you, sir. Dr. Sudhakar is a professor at Thakur College of Engineering, Khandiwali, Mumbai. He is also the former head and associate professor of Mechanical Engineering Department, Sardar Patel, College of Engineering, Andheri, Mumbai, from India. Am I right, sir?
Yes, yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Today in this session, he will explain the topic of quality education, and we are specially going to discuss the value of teacher education and training for quality education. So I believe it will be a very engaging and interesting and relevant topic to all of us, not only preschool teachers, the subject teachers as us. Also, it will be a very valuable topic for us, sir. Namaste,
Yes,
ma'am. Namaste, Rashmi Tyagi, ma'am. It's a very great
Yes,
honor to have
namaste.
you with us. Yeah.
It's my
Yes.
pleasure
Yes,
also
ma'am.
to be here with all of you.
Yes, your lectures, your words are very important to us. We are
Thank you.
very honored to have you with us, ma'am. So,
Thank you.
ma'am, can you please introduce our speaker? Yes.
Yes, sir. I will introduce him
Thank you, ma'am.
because he's a very high-profile educator from India, from Mumbai, and he's an engineer. I'm telling all people, those who are here from different countries, that he has done his engineering in the mechanical engineering subject, and his experience also is very extensive experience in the teaching for the engineering colleges, and all the engineering colleges where he has worked, they are prestigious. And I will say that he has contributed a lot to the engineering branch of this country. And so many students, they have studied all the good knowledge about this subject, and they might have migrated to different places and on very good jobs, I'm sure. I want to ask Sir Sudhakar, sir,
Okay,
that where your students have reached, your top students, which countries and which big corporate houses?
my students are working in other countries also, likely US. They got PhD, MS. In India also, they are working in different automotive industries and different process industries, and they have some students have started startups
Yeah.
I think I taught more than 10,000 students in my life.
Okay, we should clap for this.
Uh,
More than 20,000. That's a
grad-
great number.
Graduate, postgraduates, and PhD students.
Yeah, yeah. So that means higher studies, not only, you know, graduates, postgraduates, but the doctorates also.
Doctorate also. I am a supervisor in Mumbai University, means PhD supervisor in Mumbai University.
You are a guide for
You
the
are, I am guide.
engineering subjects. Which
Engineering subject.
subjects are you giving guidance for the PhD to the
So
doctorate students?
particularly in automotive engineering,
Yeah, yeah.
this is my favorite subject.
Okay, that's great.
Development of petrol engine, diesel engines, and development of electrical vehicles. So I have delivered lot of lectures on electrical vehicles also.
So that electrical vehicles are a very interesting subject.
Very
Has
interesting
it come
also.
recently, sir?
And my now I am working on autonomous vehicles, though driverless vehicles. So
Oh, really, sir? We are, I mean, I'm excited about that.
and I am teaching also this subject, particularly vehicle design and how to control the vehicle during driving. So I am giving
With
lot
the
of
remote, with the remote.
ah
Like you are sitting at home or you are sitting in the car.
no,
I
I
will
am
tell
in
you.
the house.
No, you are in the house. Like when I am sitting in that vehicle, so I'm just sitting and I have got a remote and it is going on its own. Like
Okay,
if you, I
that
want
is
to
a
ask you.
the driverless vehicles is only customers are there, and
Okay.
without driver vehicle can move from one place to another.
Oh, that's great, sir. Another applause for Sudhakar, sir. So you are one of the, I can say, not a scientist, but a person who is giving help for these electrical vehicles which are going to, come to the market. Am I right, sir?
Yes, yes,
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And so many, I mean, instead of reading your biodata, I wanted to tell the audience that sir is doing this great work, the automobile industry, and it is going into the 2025 and further. So how the scenario in the automation of the vehicles is going to change, that you people are going to decide. Am I right, sir? Is that
yes,
the
yes.
right?
So complete control of the vehicle is just managing by the sensor systems. So
Okay. So, sir, we will request you that today you can just tell us about the quality education, but very soon we will like to hear you about whatever you have told us just now.
okay, okay.
So, sir, it is my
Shall I share my PPT
Yes, sir.
presentation?
Please share your PPT. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, all. Mr. Tyagi Madam, Mrs. Tyagi Madam, and all participants. I am Dr. Sudhakar Umale, Professor of Thakur College of Engineering, Mumbai, former head and Associate Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, Sardar Patel College of Engineering, Andheri West, Mumbai. So, this is very good topic for the teachers who are teaching in the colleges, in the schools, quality educations. So what is the meaning of quality education and why it is required? I explain in detail. Quality education is more than just acquiring knowledge. It is the foundation for personal empowerment, social development, and national progress. As defined by UNESCO, quality education ensures that all learners acquire the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes they need to contribute to society and lead fulfilling lives. This quote is very important. This is related to our topic. Our education system starts from learning and it ends at knowledge. Learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. Now this is our starting now. As a teacher, you must learn, and what you transform to the society is knowledge. What is exactly meaning of this quote? I want to explain. This is the beautiful quote often attributed to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, India's former president and visionary educator, reveals the natural flow of true learning and personal growth. It means that what is learning gives creativity. This is very important quote. When you learn, you gather new ideas, facts, experiences. This opens your mind and helps you think beyond the limits. Creativity leads to thinking. Once creativity is sparked, the mind begins to explore new possibilities. Creative people don't just accept facts, they question, analyze, and visualize. Thinking provides knowledge. What does it mean? Creative thinking helps us to connect ideas, solve problems, discover truths. It is not about memorizing, it is about understanding deeply. And last quote is very important. Knowledge makes you great. What does it mean? With knowledge comes confidence, wisdom, and the power to contribute to the world. A knowledgeable person can lead, inspire, and transform lives, and that's what makes them great. Now, I want to explain what is a quality education. A quality education, a pathway to better future. When we want a better future, what we require, that is a quality education. Now, our scientist C.V. Raman, everybody knows him. Now, this is the quote given by C.V. Raman, the famous scientist. Students of today are being taught by the teachers of yesterday with the curriculum which is of the day before yesterday. What is the meaning of this quote given by the C.V. Raman? What does it mean, student of today? Student of today refers to the current generation of learners who are growing up in a rapidly changing, technology-driven world. They think, learn, and interact differently due to exposure to digital tools, global culture, and fast informations. The second meaning, that is teachers of yesterday. What does it mean, teachers of yesterday? Many educators were trained decades ago, and some may still really on traditional teaching methods that might not fully resonate with or engage modern students. Now, what about curriculum, which is of the day before yesterday? The curriculum in many places has not kept pace with the changing world. It often includes outdated topics, teaching styles, and knowledge that is no longer relevant to the modern job market and global issues. Now I want to explain another quote given by the Albert Einstein. This is Albert Einstein is a famous scientist, and he gave the quote that is very important to the quality education. What does it mean? I never try to teach my students anything. I only try to create an environment where they can learn. What is the meaning of this quote given by the famous scientist Albert Einstein? The quote of the Albert Einstein, I never try to teach my students anything. I only try to create an environment where they can learn. It is a profound insight into true education and effective teaching. Einstein believed that learning happens best when students are self-motivated. Instead of providing ready-made answers or facts, a teacher's role is to create an environment where curiosity, questioning, exploration, and discovery are encouraged. Now we will come to the question, what is quality education? Quality education goes beyond textbooks. It involves relevant curriculum that connects learning with real life, trained and motivated teachers who inspire and engage, inclusive classrooms that accommodate all learners regardless of gender, ability, or background, safe and supportive learning environments where students can grow emotionally and intellectually, creative thinking, critical thinking, and problem solving as a key outcomes. It promotes not only academic excellence but also creativity, empathy, and ethics. A quality education is a right, not a privilege. It is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. A child with access to quality education today is a citizen capable of shaping a better tomorrow. Let us all work together, educators, parents, governments, and communities, to ensure that every learner gets not just an education, but quality education. To ensure quality education for all, we must understand, invest in teacher training and development, modernize infrastructure and digital tools, promote inclusive education for children with special needs, engage communities and parents in the learning process, focus on lifelong learning. Education doesn't stop at school or college. I want to explain all these basic things that we must acquire for quality education. Now, when you come to the quality education, this quality education has different process of education. It starts from learning and it ends at success. And hence, quality educations are the process divided into 5 steps: learning, passion, education, application, and success. When I get time, I will explain all these terms, how to get success through quality education. Now, what we get, why we get quality education, and hence teaching ability is the most important parameter for defining quality education. What do you mean by teaching ability? Measuring teaching ability has become a central theme of recent government policy on raising standards in college. But what does good teaching really mean? And how should we judge competence, success, and excellence? And now we have to measure that teaching ability. How to measure teaching ability? What does good teaching really mean? I want to explain the meaning of this. In recent years, education policy has increasingly focused on measuring and improving teaching quality, especially at the college level. Governments and institutions aim to raise academic standards. However, this raises a deeper question: what is good teaching, and how should we judge a teacher competence, success, and excellence? Now come to the very important question: what does good teaching mean? Every teacher must understand this question: what does good teaching mean? Good teaching is not just delivering a content. It goes far beyond that. And hence, a good teacher must possess some good qualities. These are the good qualities teacher must possess. Understand the subject deeply. I want to explain one step very deeply. What is the meaning of understand the subject deeply? Teacher must not only know the content, but also know how to explain it in multiple ways. Second quality of teaching is engage students actively. Good teaching means sparking curiosity, participation, and thinking. Passive lectures don't always equal good teaching. Third is adapt to learners' needs. Learners are students. Every student is different in the classroom. Good teachers adjust their space, examples, and style to suit diverse learners. Next quality is create a positive learning environment in the classroom. Respect, encouragement, and emotional safety allow students to thrive. And last quality is inspire lifelong learning. A truly great teacher motivates students to love learning even beyond the classroom. Now we want to discuss methods of teaching for good quality, for quality education. We have to improve the methods of teaching. A teacher is the only person who can make a classroom live. By teaching energetically, he can deliver proper information and instructions to their students, making the teaching learning process effective. Teaching strategies employed in the teaching learning process depends on the objectives of the teaching learning process. The teaching methods used, the understanding capacity of the students, personality of the teacher, the most important in teaching methods. The experience of the teacher in the teaching learning process is very important. The use of teaching learning techniques in the classroom. These are very important methods of teaching. I will explain in detail when I get time in different slides. It is observed that teaching is an art. It requires creativity and innovation. It is necessary to use specific strategies and methodologies to get learning outcomes for students. The teaching learning process would be made an effective, enjoyable, and interactive learning environment for the students. Teaching concepts, objectives, levels of teaching techniques, and basic requirements are essential for successful understanding. The methods of teaching can be selected in such a way that a teacher can attract the attention of the students during teaching and students can understand the subjects. Teachers would create interest and eagerness to learn more and more. There are different teaching methods like the teacher-centered method, learner-centered method, content-focused methods, or participative methods. I will explain all these things one by one. And hence, I want to explain quality education in detail. By providing high quality education to all makes India a global knowledge superpower. The public school education system will aim to impart the highest quality education so that it becomes the most attractive option for parents from all walks of life to educate their children. Model public universities for holistic and multidisciplinary education at par with IITs, IIMs, etc. called multidisciplinary education and research universities will be set up and aim to attain the highest global standards in quality educations. And hence, we must understand these questions. If you understand these three questions in depth, you understand then what is quality education and how to deliver quality education in the classroom. This first question I want to explain major causes of educational failure. Today, this is the serious problem in the education system. Everybody is talking about educational failure, and hence you must understand what are the major causes of educational failure. I want to explain major causes of educational failure. Educational failure occurs when students do not achieve expected learning outcomes, drop out early, or fail to develop critical skills for life and work. The primary causes are poor teaching quality. This is the first reason, poor teaching quality. Untrained or underqualified teachers struggle to explain concepts effectively. Use of outdated teaching methods, that may be rote learning, only lectures, not practical issues, limits the engagement of the students. Lack of personalized support fails to address diverse student needs. And what is the impact of this poor teaching quality? Students lose interest and fail to grasp key concepts and leading to poor performance. And hence this is the cause today we are observing poor performance of the students in the education. This is a cause, one of the cause, that is a poor teaching quality of the teachers. Second cause is that ineffective curriculum. Today, when you make the syllabus or curriculum to teach the students, a curriculum that is too theoretical, rigid, or not aligned with the real world needs leads to disengagement. Lack of skill-based or interdisciplinary learning limits creativity and practical understanding. What is the impact on this on the students? I want to explain. Students are unable to relate education to life or careers. Third cause is that lack of student motivation. When students don't see the relevance of education, they become disinterested. Low self-esteem, peer pressure, or lack of goals can reduce motivation. What is the impact of this lack of student motivation on the students? Leads to absenteeism in the classroom, low participation in the learning process, and students are dropping out from the education system. Now, fourth cause is very important, that is language barriers. Many students are not understanding English and they want a regional language to understand basic things, mother tongue. Mother tongue is very important to understand this. When the medium of instruction is not students' mother tongue, comprehensive suffers. This causes student to memorize without understanding. What is the impact on these language barriers on student learning? Is that students' fundamental learning is affecting, especially in early grades. Now, next question is very important. Need for quality education. Why we need today quality education? I have some points for discussion. Quality education is not just about going to school and learning basic skills. It is about ensuring inclusive, equitable, relevant, and lifelong learning opportunities for all. Quality education is the foundation for better individual, society, and the world. Now, I want to explain NEP highlights, National Education Policy highlights on quality education. What does it mean? National Education Policy builds strong foundation for life. Quality education equips individual with essential life skills like literacy, communication, and critical thinking. It lays the groundwork for personal development, ethical values, and responsible citizenships. Second issue is that NEP provides promotes critical thinking and creativity. Education of quality doesn't rely solely on rote learning. It encourages curiosity, innovation, and independent thought. Students learn how to question, analyze, solve problems creatively. Next is that support skill development and employability. In today's global economy, mere academic knowledge is not enough. Quality education includes technical and vocational skills, digital literacy, soft skills like teamwork, leaderships, and adaptability. Now, what is the impact of all these things? We boost employability and helps reduce unemployment issues in the world and poverty problems. The National Education Policy 2020 of India is a transformative policy that aims to redefine the education system to ensure quality, equity, and access for all learners. It places strong emphasis on quality education at all stages, from early childhood to higher education. Focus on overall development. We have to focus on overall development. What we want actually in the quality education: intellectual, social, physical, emotional, and moral values. Encouragement of multidisciplinary learnings, blending science, arts, humanities, and vocational subjects. Students will have flexibility in subjects choices. The student can select their subjects according to their choice. Now we have to discuss about right to education goes beyond free and compulsory education to include quality education for all. Quality is an integral part of the right to education. If the education process lacks quality, children are denied their rights. In India, we have so many authorities, they are making this quality checking, like AICTE, TQ, UGC, have recommended restructuring the overall curriculum to inculcate quality education. Now, I want to explain factors affecting quality education. Teacher quality and competence. This is very important. So, quality education is influenced by multiple interconnected factors, from school infrastructure and teacher competence to student engagement and social support. Teacher quality and competence is the most important, the most critical factor influencing student achievement. Includes subject knowledge, teaching skills, communication abilities, passion for teaching. These are very important for teacher to improve their teaching quality. What are they? Subject knowledge, teaching skills, communication abilities, passion for teaching. And hence, teacher must be well trained, motivated, and continuously updated through professional development. What is the impact on this? A good teacher can transform education, and poor can destroy interest in learning. Now come to the curriculum and pedagogy. You know, you are the teacher. What is curriculum, how to design it, what is the pedagogy to explain the contents of the curriculum. Outdated, rigid, or overrated curriculum kills creativity and deep learning. What we require in the education system? Quality education requires competency-based curriculum, activity-based and experimental learning, conceptual clarity, linking theory with real-life applications. What is important in curriculum and pedagogy is that what is taught and how it is taught are equally important. Now we come to the third important factors, access to technology and digital divide. Now integration of Information and Communication Technology is shortly called as ICT. You heard about ICT. Integration of ICT enhances learning. But in rural and remote areas, the lack of internet devices widens inequality. Teacher readiness in using technology also matters. Technology can support or hinder learning depending on access and training. Now we'll come to the factors affecting quality education. Students admitted to the rural side lack communication skills. So there are two types of systems in the education system. One is students are learning in the rural areas. Some students are learning in the metropolises, large cities, which paves the way that faculty should always be available for clarification. Board and chalk methods are outdated, and the best method should be identified to improve teaching. Learning from memorization, but not from understanding. The material is presented only based on the lecture notes and textbooks. This is the one of the parameter that loses quality education. Teachers are using only lecture notes and textbooks. The single approach should not be able to fulfill the criteria of excellence and effective teaching. Therefore, multiple procedures are necessary to improve the quality of education. Now, I want to explain some of the important qualities that affects quality education. Lack of communication skills. The best method should be identified to improve teaching. These are the questions to you. That's why I have given the question mark. Learning from memorization but not from understanding. The material is presented only based on the lecture notes and textbooks to fulfill the criteria of excellent and effective teaching. Now come to the very, very important. You have to understand what is exactly goal of education. When you understand the goal of education, then you can understand quality education. Quality education is becoming more important to produce quality engineers or quality teachers. Fundamental goal of any educational institutions, you have to understand what really the educational institution wants. And I want to explain all these questions to you that creates some problems in the teaching field. Now, core goal of education. What is meant by core goals of education? I want to explain core goals of education. Education is more than just acquiring knowledge or passing examinations. Today, students are focusing only passing examinations, but not focusing on the acquiring knowledge related to the world problems. The true goal of education is to develop the whole individuals intellectually, emotionally, morally, socially, and spiritually to become a responsible, productive, and compassionate member of society. The goal of education is the growth of students so that they become productive citizens of a dynamic and ever-changing society. The fundamental goals, what is meant by fundamental goals of any educational institutions? Is used to provide quality education and state-of-the-art facilities to students and help them build new skills that would help in shaping their careers. Quality education is becoming more important to produce quality students. One of the main techniques to provide quality education is activity-based learning. So we can understand what is activity-based learning. If you are providing activity-based learning, then you are able to provide the quality education to the students. Now we have to understand quality education. Teachers would adopt best teaching practices for quality education. For quality education, the competency level and personal character of the teachers are the most important factors. Now, These are the very important thing. Because of time, I not able to explain each and everything to you. But I am trying to explain many contents of the quality educations. Now what is important in teaching for quality education? Why plan lectures for quality education? Planning of lectures are very important. Planning lecture is essential for delivering quality education. A lecture without a plan is like a journey without map. When you use Google Map, when you travel from one place to another, so that is a map that supports your direction. Similarly, a lecture plan is a map for the education. Lecture planning is not a formality. It is a foundation for quality education. It ensures the right content delivered in the right way to the right learners at the right time. And I want to explain some of the important points to you how to plan lectures for quality education. Planning lecture is essential for quality education because it ensures that teaching is purposeful, organized, engaging, and aligned with the learning goals. Why lecture planning is important? I have explained 5 points here. Uh, what what do you mean that ensures clear learning objectives? We have to ensure clear learning objectives before going to the classroom. It helps the teacher define what students should know and be able to do after the lecture. The clear learning objective focus on student learning outcomes, not just content delivery. Now, second point is that improves content organization. It allows the teacher to sequence topic logically from simple to contest. If you explain very difficult problems, difficult contents to the students, students are not able to understand. And hence, teacher must keep the all topics logically, sequentially, from simple to complex content. Prevents repetition and content overload to the students. And hence, what is the impact of this? A well-planned lecture flows smoothly and builds student understanding step by step. What is third thing? Why we provide lecture planning? Supports time management. We have some limited time. It supports management, ensure all key topics are covered within the available time. Avoid rushing or missing important concepts. And hence, what is the impact of supports time management? What is the impact of time management on lecture delivery? Time-bound delivery requires prior planning to be effective. Fourth is very important, enhances student engagement. It enables integration of interactive activities, questions, and real-life examples. It helps address different learning styles to varied teaching strategies. What is the impact of this student engagement? A planned lecture can move beyond passive listening to active listening. Your lecture is not passive. Your lecture is very active learning lectures. Now, last point is that facilities use of teaching aids and technologies. Only chalk and boards are not sufficient today in digital era. How you use the teaching aids and technology in the classrooms. It gives time to prepare visuals, videos, models, slides, or experiments. It enhances clarity and interest using appropriate tools. And what is the impact of teaching aids and technology? Well chosen aids make abstract concepts more concrete. And what we need, quality education will get you through the fundamental of teaching and the skills needed to become real life and effective teacher. Now, what is exactly we want? Improve the quality of your lecture, raise the motivation of your students, promote the soft skills of your students, use your time and knowledge more efficiently in the classroom. And hence, it is very important. Quality education, it gives ideas about intellectual depth, communicative competence, empathetic character, capacity for reflection, self-management, self-knowledge, calm teaching and learning environment. Effects of quality teaching. This is very important. If you teach very well in the classroom, what are the impact of that? What are the effects of that quality teaching on the students? A quality teaching has altered the educational systems, and we get a potential of teaching, including by implications to the dimensions of learning related to the personal and social values inculcations. Quality teaching encompasses more than just delivering content. It nurtures the overall growth of students and teachers. So what do we mean by intellectual depth? It is very important for teacher. Intellectual depth, what does it mean? A quality teacher doesn't just teach surface level facts, but explores the deep understanding of concepts, causes, effects, interconnections, and higher order thinking. For example, if you teach history subject in the classroom, instead of just stating dates and events, the teacher explore the social political implications and lessons from the past. What is the impact of this exploring the subject like history? It fosters the critical thinking and a deeper appreciation of the subject. Now, what is the communicative competence? What does it mean? The teacher must be able to clearly express ideas, listen actively, and adjust language as per the student's understanding. What does it matters on the student learning point of view? Communication builds a bridge between the teacher's mind and the learner's needs. And what is the impact on the student's mind? Without good communication, even the best knowledge can go unheard or misunderstood. Now, come to the third, empathetic character. What does mean by empathetic character? The ability to understand and share the feelings of students and support them emotionally and academically. What is the impact of this? An empathetic teacher creates a safe and inclusive environment in the classroom, especially for struggling or unaccessed students. Students can learn better when they feel heard and valued. Now, what is meant by capacity for reflection? What does it mean? A quality teacher reflects on their teaching practices, student feedback, and learning outcomes to continuously improve. What are the applications of this capacity for reflection? After every lecture, the teacher asks what worked, what didn't, how can I do better in the classroom? And hence, reflection turns experience into insight. What is meant by self-management? What does mean by self-management? You have to understand. Self-management means managing time, emotions, stress, and classroom dynamics efficiently. What is the benefit of self-management in teaching learning process? A teacher with self-control can stay calm, consistent, and maintain a productive learning environment even under pressure. And hence, the teacher's behavior sets the tone for the whole class. Now come to the self-knowledge. What does it mean? What does self-knowledge mean? Knowing one's known strengths, weaknesses, values, teaching style. What we know, every teacher must know his or her strengths, his or her weaknesses, values, and teaching style. What is the significance of these strengths, weaknesses, values, and teaching style? Self-awareness helps teacher connect more authentically with students and adapt to situation with clarity and confidence. And hence, before guiding others, you must know yourself. You must know yourself. Now, last point is very important. Calm teaching and learning environment. If not angry with the students, what does it mean? Calm teaching and learning environment. A classroom atmosphere where students feel respected, focused, and free from fear or chaos. Are you getting my point? This is very important. How to teach very calmly, not with angry. Classroom atmosphere where students feel respected, focused, and free from fear to chaos. Free or chaos. How to achieve all these things in the classroom? Through positive discipline. What we want? Positive discipline in the classroom, clarity in the instructions, empathy, and structured plan. And hence, what is important? A calm mind is a fertile ground for the learning process. And we have to concentrate on effects of quality teaching. Quality teaching has altered the educational community to the greater potential of teaching, including by implications. Dimensions of learning related to the personal and societal values inculcations. Quality teaching is transformative. It is not only improves academic performance, but also nurtures the holistic development of learners. Today, holistic development of learners or students are very important. When teaching is thoughtful, engaging, empathetic, and well structured, it creates a ripple effect that reaches far beyond the classroom. Now, we must understand positive effects of quality teachings, not negative. Or when you go to the classroom as a teacher, we have some points for discussion. I will explain. These are 7 important points which we understand very carefully. Improved student learning outcomes. What is the effect of this? Improved student learning outcomes. What does it mean? Students understand concept better and faster. Higher academic performance, deeper subject knowledge, and long-term retention. Students develop the ability to analyze, apply, and think critically. I want to explain of this. Let us say you are a science teacher. If you are a science teacher who uses real life applications helps students understand not just what happens, but why and how. Now, next point is increase student engagement and motivation in the classroom. Quality teaching makes learning interesting and enjoyable. You must remember this. Quality teaching makes learning interesting and enjoyable. Students are more curious, ask questions, and take ownership of their learning. It reduces boredom and dropout rates in the classroom. A passionate, energetic teacher can spark a love for learning that lasts a lifetime. Now, what is important is development of life skills. What does it mean? Why we want life skills in the classroom? Life skills of teachers are very important. Life skills promotes communications, collaboration, problem solving, emotional intelligence, and decision making. It encourages independent thinking. It encourages independent thinking and lifelong learning habits. Quality teaching prepares students not just for examination, but for their life and their career. Now, fourth point is very important. Positive classroom environment. As a teacher, You have to create a very, very positive classroom environment. It creates a safe, inclusive, and respectful space for students to express themselves, minimizes behavioral problems, encourages mutual respect between the teacher and students. Students feel valued and supported, which improves their willingness to participate and take risks. Fifth is very important, better teacher-student relationships. If you are not creating student-teacher relationships in the classroom, you are not a best teacher. You are an ordinary teacher. And hence, what is the importance of this? This builds trust and rapport, which boosts student confidence in the classroom. Students are more likely to seek help, share their problems, and receive guidance. And hence, I am calling it as a caring teacher, not only teacher. He is called as caring teacher. A caring teacher can become a mentor or role model in the student's life. What is meant by role model in the student's life? You are, some parents and some teachers are role model, and they are making students' career and they can remember you. Next is the very important reduction in educational inequality. Quality teaching caters to all learners, including slow learners. Always remember, there are three types of students in the classroom: very slow learner, middle learners, and very fast learners. We have to concentrate on slow learners. And some students are differently able students, or those from disadvantaged backgrounds. Means they are not coming to higher education qualities. They are very poor families. They are not knowing anything about education. Such quality you have to develop, because some students are not understand your language. Ensure that every child has the opportunities to succeed. Now, it levels the playing field and promotes equity in the educations. And last is very, very important: improved institutional reputation and success. Where are you working? That institute is your institute. You have to improve the reputation of your institute through success of the students. Schools or colleges with quality teaching practices see higher enrollment, better results, and stronger alumni outcomes. It enhances public trust in the educational institutions, and hence that institutes becomes popular in the society. Now, we will come to the very important point, essence of quality teaching. What does it mean? Construction of knowledge, disciplined inquiry, and the value of learning beyond the schools. Quality teaching is focused on students' achievements, not the teachers' achievements. Teaching is responsive to students' learning processes. Opportunity to learn is effective and sufficient. Teachers and students engage constructively in goal-oriented assessment. I want to try to explain each essence in very well manner if I get times. Now, I want to explain some of the quality of essence of quality teaching. Quality teaching is the foundation of effective education. It goes beyond just delivering content. It inspires, engages, and transforms learners. The essence of quality teaching can be understood through several interconnected dimensions. These are the dimensions. 4 are the interconnected dimensions. That is called as essence of quality teaching. I want to explain 4 dimensions of quality teaching. First is deep knowledge and intellectual depth of the teacher. A quality teacher has command over the subject matter. Just I repeat it. A quality teacher has command over the subject matter, connecting concepts with the real world applications. They encourage critical thinking, going beyond rote learning. And hence, intellectual depth helps students understand why and how, not just what. Come to the very important, that is effective communications. Teacher must have clear, structured, and engaging communications. Good teachers translate complex ideas into simple, relatable terms. Active listening, questioning, and responding enhances the learning experiences. Now, what is the third essence of quality teaching? Empathy and emotional intelligence. Quality teaching includes understanding students' needs, emotions, and challenges. Empathetic teachers create a safe, supportive environment where students feel valued and heard. It fosters student-teacher trust and motivation. And come to the last essence of quality of teaching, that is a passion and purpose. Every teacher must have passion of teaching. They must understand purpose of teaching. Teaching is more than a job. Just I remind it. Teaching is more than a job. It is a calling. It is a very famous talk. It is not a job. Passionate teachers ignite curiosity, enthusiasm, and love for teaching. Their education is very far away from normal teaching. Their dedication serve as a model for lifelong learning. So these are a very good essence of quality teaching. I think you understood all these things. Now, if you want to become the expert teacher in the education system, what to do? Identify essential representations of their subjects. Guide learning through classroom interactions. Monitor learning, provide feedback, attend to affective attributes, and influence student outcomes. Expert teachers play a transformative role in student learning by going beyond simply delivering content. Their expertise is reflected in five key, I am calling it as 5 key dimensions. These are the key dimensions of the expert teachers. First dimension is identify essential representations of their their subjects. Expert teachers understand the core concepts, principles, and representations of their subject. They can distill complex ideas into teachable components using analogies, visual models, real life applications. They are aware of misconceptions students they may have, plan how to correct them. Now come to very important, because it is very important, I want to explain more. Expert teacher can organize their knowledge, integrate their knowledge with prior knowledge and other curricular subjects, and be responsive to students' needs. Expert teachers have problem-solving approach, a flexible approach, and can integrate new informations. Expert teacher anticipate and improvise according to the situations. Monitor their perceptions of problems and use feedback. Expert teachers are better at identifying the important and least important decisions and balancing content-centered and student-centered instructions. I want to explain who is best teacher, expert teacher. Let us say you are the physics teacher. If you are a physics teacher and explaining Newton's third law, might use the example of a balloon flying in the opposite directions when the air is released. Why the balloon is moving in the opposite directions? This visual and experimental demonstration makes the abstract concept and more concrete for students. Take a balloon in the classroom and explain the concept of teaching. Second point is guide learning through classroom interactions. Expert teachers don't just lecture, they structure their lessons to promote interactions, questioning, exploration, and discussion. They create a lifelong learning environment where students feel encouraged to ask questions and explore their ideas. They create an optimal climate in the classroom for learning. Their perceptions of what is happening in the classroom is multidimensional, and they possess a greater awareness of the context of learning in terms of students' ability, their background, and students' experience. Now, third is very important. Expert teacher must understand, monitor learning, and provide feedback. Expert teachers continuously assess students' understanding, formally or informally. They use questioning, quick assessments, observation, assignments to monitor progress. They give timely, constructive feedback to help students improve. Fourth point is attend to affective attributes. Expert teachers recognize and respond to students' emotional, motivational, and social needs. They build trust, foster a positive learning environment, nurture students' self-confidence and motivations. Last is very important, influence student outcomes. Every student wants outcomes through their subject mastery, interpersonal skills, and reflective practices. Expert teachers positively influence not just academic performance, but also students' attitudes, habits of minds, and lifetime success. Now, there are so many advantages of quality teaching. It is not for students, it is for society. How to produce good candidate for society, for industries, for administrations. Quality teaching is more than delivery content. It is about creating meaningful, effective, and inclusive learning experiences that lead to improved outcomes for students, institutions, and society. Quality teaching optimally empowers both teachers to teach creatively and effectively, students to extend themselves in learning according to their capacities. The driving force of quality teaching is the enrichment of the learning relationships, which allows students to achieve their potential and teachers to achieve excellence in teaching. Quality teaching implements best practices for teaching as the research shows, and it structures the learning experience appropriate to the capacities, knowledge, and understanding of students. Quality teaching helps students understand concept deeply, retain knowledge longer, and apply what they learn in real life situation. Quality teaching creates a simulating and supportive learning environment that keeps students curious, interested, and motivated. Now, I want to stop here. If you have any questions, you can have the questions.
Thank you so much for your uh, explanation. It's a very valuable session. We got to know how a quality teacher should be it knowledge and effective communication. These things we can take to our mind to take what do you call we can implement in our school to have a very good education. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, madam, for inviting me such a quality education program. Thank you, Rashmi Tyagi, madam, for innovations, and thank you, participants who are listening my lecture carefully. And I think you apply all these techniques in the classroom.
And sir, I would like to invite Rashmi Tyagi ma'am. Rashmi Tyagi ma'am, please, please express your valuable ideas, ma'am, and give us a very good feedback. Proceed, ma'am. Ma'am, proceed, please.
What I can say, sir has told the teachers about, the whole system by which they can become extraordinary. And he has, collected all the tools, techniques, and methods, and also how a teachers conduct, and also, I'm not getting the right words right now, but the lesson plan for the quality education, and also he has told about the transformations. One thing which I got really, I felt that this thing is the most important, that now what has happened yesterday, like you can say 20 years back. So today we should not teach them that, because the world is changing very fast. So we should adopt the new methods of teaching, learning, and classroom management, and the teaching pedagogies, and also that way it is an indication to the teachers that they have to learn the new things. Of course, the past, we have got wonderful chapters in science, in arts, in history, in geography. I know this very well. But then how to impart education with the new methods? As all of you know, that how many new things have come today. Everything has changed all of a sudden, So that way, in Hindi, we have got one saying, Gagar mein sagar. So Gagar means a pot, and sagar means sea. So the whole, educational transformations, guidance to the teachers, and the teaching learning methods, he has put the whole sea into one pot. I want to say that. And we are mesmerized. Sudhakar sir, we are mesmerized, and we look forward to have many more lectures from you, because Quality Education Association of Quality Education, it also is not a new, things like this is existing from how many years exactly, I don't know, but I think 10 or 15 years. Am I right, sir?
Yes, yes, madam.
I'm asking Kamal Goda, sir, who is the president of the association. Sir, what is the, how many years?
Yeah, ma'am, our association.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am, it is, we started it before the 10 years. And after the COVID, we understood the value of the networking with all the educators in the global society.
So now, sir, it is South Asian countries. He has brought them together. So as we have different flowers in a bouquet, so in his bouquet of Association of Quality Education, he has added so many countries from Southeast Asia. And I am feeling really very much happy that we all, Indian education system and everything is, very much mixing with the present education, and we are able to interact with the world, I should say, through this association. And such excellent educators like we have today, Mr. Sudhakar Umle. So that is the just a very good thing for us. So we'll request Mr. Sudhakar, without asking Kamal Goda sir, that about the automation, what is new happening in this world? We like our teachers to know, sir.
Okay. So what about automations in the industries? So everybody requires the automations. When you start any fan without any switching the buttons, we can start that fan with a remote control. So everything is automated today from autonomous vehicles,
Sir, this much
robots.
I'm not satisfied. We want a full lecture from you.
Yes, okay,
So that you have to promise. And Kamal Goda sir, you just request him for that.
Yeah. Before that, I invited our teachers to give the feedback. The teachers, you can give the feedback or any comments about the today's session.
And questions they can ask.
Questions?
So in spite of being an, great industry of mechanical engineering, automations and all, sir has really made it so easy that we all understood. And he just talked what we people are really in need of. So thank you, Sudhakar sir, and I will now encourage the teachers to ask questions.
Good evening, sir. Sudhakar sir, I'd like to thank you for a very enlightening lecture that you had. You showed us that it's very important for teachers and educators to always be up to date and keep learning, learning new ways that they can help children, because how it affects the learner is something we have to always think about, and not think, okay, we know and we can continue what we are doing, but always find new ways and innovate and keep on learning. We are also a learner as well as an educator. So thank you so much, sir, for taking your time to educate us today, and hope to have more lectures from you as well, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, actually, Sudhakar sir taught us ordinary teachers how to be an extraordinary teachers. So it's a very valuable session. We request, we need some more lecture series about new things to our quality education. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable session.
Thank you very much, madam.
Actually, on behalf of the association and on behalf of the Sri Lanka, we need to thanks a lot for the Sudhakar sir, because actually in the today lecture, he gave the holistic approach to the education, holistic approach for the quality education. Actually, within 1 or 2 days, we upload the today's session to the YouTube. I advise to all the teachers, not only the Sri Lanka, we have connected with the all South Asian countries. We advise all the teachers in the South Asian countries to watch this video. If you want to be a good teacher, we recommend to watch this Sudhakar's session. Actually, he gives the real path, vision to the teachers. And actually, sir, you are not, you should not limit to the India. Actually, you should be a global leader in the education field of not only the engineering field. You should come to the education field. Actually, you are professing the education. I think because you gave a very proper vision to the teachers. Not you
I am retired in my education system because I'm after retirement, after 60 years. In India, the age of retirement is 60 years. After that, I am servicing to another college after retirement.
Yeah, and actually, you gave the spirit of the education in your session. And on behalf of the Sri Lanka, on behalf of the association, I thank a lot for your time contribution and your knowledge sharing. And actually, for association, I would like to invite for more sessions. It is an investment for our next generation. Every word of you is a good investment for the next generation, for the quality education of the global society. Thank you very much on behalf of the Sri Lankan Association. Especially, we want to thank the Rashmiti Ma'am. Rashmiti Ma'am, you do the leadership for the quality education. You are the hub. That's why we call always say you are the Sri Lanka ambassador. You give the spirit of the India, spirit of the education in India to the Sri Lanka. Then it is a great honor from the Sri Lanka and for the It is not for me or it is not for the association. It is your service for the global society. And as a senior educators, we get a lot of things from you. And our teachers admire your leadership. And thank you for both of you on behalf of the association. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. So thank you very much, Saraswati ma'am. Thank you. Good night.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.